Hey, what's going on, everyone? I'm Red Essence. No, I'm not. I'm just wearing a Red Essence shirt. I'm Carlos, and welcome back to Brooklyn Fragrance Lover. Please welcome Olya.
I'm definitely still Olya.
Yes. Beautiful and in the flesh. Hope you're doing well.
I am, thank you.
Today, we're going to give you 12 suggestions that you can buy for the summer that you can get decants of at FragrancesLine.com. So keep it right there.
Brooklyn Fragrance Lover. Brooklyn Fragrance Lover. Brooklyn Fragrance Lover. Brooklyn Fragrance Lover.
Thanks so much for tuning in today. As always, I really do appreciate it and hope that you're all doing fantastic. If this is your first time landing here at Brooklyn Fragrance Lover, I would love if you could consider subscribing to my channel and go hit up Olya over at Send Menu.
I changed it to Olya Bar now.
To Olya Bar. Sorry about that. Go show some love, subscribe, and while you're at it here, click on the bell icon so you don't miss any future content that I upload here to BFL. Hello. It's been a minute since we got together. Last time we met at the beach.
Yes, it was nice and windy and noisy.
But we had a lot of fun. The wind blew off her hat that day. I do remember that.
Oh my God, I ran after like, no. It was definitely a scene.
So, at the request of FragrancesLine, she loves when I do collabs with Olya. So here we are. We're going to suggest 12 fragrances that you can find at FragrancesLine.com. They do decants from 2 mil to 30, 50 large decants. And yeah, you can get a lot of samples, try them out, and wear them, experiment with them before committing to a full-size bottle. So I do believe in decanting services.
100%.
Would you like to start off today, my dear?
I'm just Are we going this way or that way? Which way
Whatever
do
you
wanna
want.
go? Okay. Before I mess up this order. So the first one we're gonna do is Oud Lemon Mint. I love this fragrance. I think this is one of the best summer releases by Mancera, and it has this oudiness, but it's very, very toned down, and you have a really nice lemon combo with mint that's not too green, not overly fresh. It's just a perfect balance. So for me, this is a perfect for the summer.
It's actually my scent of the day. Did you notice?
That's it.
And it's a strong one. You don't want to over apply this one. This one radiates from skin very well.
Yeah.
So in the summertime, if you wear it, you should go a little lighter on the trigger. Just my 2 cents.
It's still an oud for sure. So don't be fooled by the lemon and the mint in here.
So you got oud with some freshness and stuff. So good stuff. All right, I am up next. This is from Maison Martin Margiela. We have 12 fragrances, but not a top 12. They just happen to be 12 because I always do 12. Up next, this is Maison Martin Margiela. There's always flying things around here. I think I have like a Tinkerbell. Look, see. This is called Beach Walk. And it's basically suntan lotion, sun-kissed skin in a bottle is what you get. It's very tropical. It's perhaps not the longest lasting, but it definitely gives you those beach vibes for sure.
I wear this one. I have a decant in my collection, and I love refreshing it. So for me, the fact that it's not super long lasting is actually amazing because I just refresh it and I'm like, yes.
Cool beans.
All right, next is me, and this is Eccentric Molecule. This is the second one, and I know everybody loves the first, but I'm going for the second because for me, especially the Eccentric version, and I love the regular Molecule as well, but I think it has this just burst of citrus that's really refreshing, and it just gives me this kind of pininess in it as well, which I always get compliments on. So every time I wear this, somebody goes, "What are you wearing?" And I'm like, I'm not gonna tell you.
And it's very funny about this particular line because it's one that you kind of become very nose blind to.
Right.
But everybody else smells it. I remember there was these Israeli customers who came, very rich women, and they used to come at least like 2 times a season, fly over to the States and go shopping, and it was always like a spectacle, and they always reeked of this line.
They wear this too.
It was like beautiful and like, wow, I hope I smell that good when I wear it.
I love it. And I'm telling you, every single time I wear this, I'm bound to get some compliments.
We started with Mancera Oud Lemon Mint. Then we have Beach Walk from Maison Martin Margiela. And then Eccentric O2 from Eccentric Molecules. And I am up now. And this is from a brand called Nishane. This is called Saffron Colonis or Colonis Saffron. They have a line of cologne fragrances that are really, really beautiful, like nuclear green and bright. And the second one, they added saffron, so it gave it a little more spice. And it has a little bit of a leathery nuance because sometimes that saffron gives you the leather feels. So it's fresh, cologne, invigorating, with a little hint of spice and leather.
With a little something, something. I love that brand. I think they are a powerhouse. They're coming up with really good fragrances, and I'm just excited every time for the new release because I'm like, what are they going to do next? All right, I'm next. And this baby, I'm sure many of you know, this is Philosophus by Diptyque. And it's probably one of the most well-known figs in the industry.
It's a cult fig fragrance for sure.
And it's one of the ones that was one of the first, because right now we have a lot of figs and every brand's trying to kind of recreate it in one way or another, but this is definitely one of the originals. And to me, it's a very versatile fig. It's actually could be worn in the winter, it could be worn in the fall, but it's perfect for the summer because it's so juicy and nutty at the same time. It has the sweetness, it has the freshness. I love the fragrance. I have it in my collection, and I'm like, if you're looking for a fig, this is definitely one of them.
And this is the Eau de Parfum concentration, I should point out. It's not the Eau de Toilette. I believe they changed over the whole line to Eau de Parfum.
Yeah, I think so.
All right,
Well,
so
sometime ago.
I'm up next. Hope you guys caught my new Black Orchid Parfum review. I was like the happiest reviewer on earth when I got that bottle, and when I reviewed it,
I don't blame you. It smells so good.
she loved it too, so you agree with me.
Definitely.
We rarely disagree, but when we do, we do.
And then we argue.
So this one is called Soleil Neige. It's a floral, it's tropical in nature, a dot feminine, but it's really good on skin. And it's a floral that I think I really enjoy on myself. I started, when I first reviewed it, I had a decan from the company. I eventually bought a bottle during this pandemic, so it's now in my collection. So a nice tropical floral from Mr. Ford in the Private Blend collection.
It's less, I think, what I like about this one, it's a little less suntan lotiony
Right.
than the original one, which I found a little bit too much for me. So I think I need a full bottle of this. I think I really need it. All right, I'm gonna go with this one.
But you picked that one.
I know, I did.
What is
But
this
I'm gonna
spray?
go
It
for
smells
that
so
one.
good. What are you doing?
I'm moving these bottles around. So, Tropical Wood is going to be my pick.
From Montal.
Montal. I love Montal. It's been a brand that I basically was one of the first brands besides Amouage that I started my whole niche journey with. And I really love their creations because I think they're definitely beastly, as many of you love. And they're at the great price point because at the end of the day, you can't, a lot of brands are, they're climbing higher and higher. This is definitely a brand that you can still get a reasonable price.
Under 200, right?
How many times do we see that? And I love that it's tropical, but it has fruits in it. It has a little bit of that oud spiciness in it, but it's still very, very. I'm actually wearing it like underneath the Tom Ford. I'm wearing like 3 fragrances right now, but it's
You smell
really
great.
good.
Like I'm getting
I
wafts
know,
of you.
and you like keep saying that, and I'm like, I don't know what it is anymore. But it's beautiful and it's tropical without being overly fruity, without being overly oudy. So it's like a perfect balance. So love.
So as it turns out, we didn't intend this to be, but it's not all niche. It's mostly niche. We've got a couple of designer. This was designer.
Sneaking in there.
Martin Margiela. You see my cat climbing on the keyboard?
Yeah, he's about to come and climb over here, I think.
All right, another designer. Actually, this is Florentine Iris. It's from Zegna, from their higher tier fragrance line. It's just a really well done iris. It's not overly complicated. It's not too lipsticky. It's a dot powdery, but enjoyable,
I haven't smelled this for a while, but yeah, this is really good. This is definitely really good. I love their brand. I think they make solid fragrances.
They do.
At the, again, at the good price point. Okay, what's next? What's next is Sauvage.
Her personal choice?
Yes. I love Sauvage. You know, even though we have been smelling it over and over again and it's very popular, but at the end of the day, it's popular for a reason. You know, this fragrance is a very solid release. I think it's very versatile. And for me, I actually love wearing this on myself.
Wow.
So I think, like, on me, it smells amazing on my skin. So I definitely love
Which
this.
version
This
is
the
that,
this
my
is the
darling?
Parfum.
Parfum.
This is the Parfum.
Okay.
But I do like all of them, except the Parfum is my favorite.
I think you know, I used to think that the Eau de Toilette, because it was so strong, but there's something in the quiet complexity of the Parfum that works better in the summer. So
It's a little
I kind of
bit
changed my mind on that one. So go figure. Me change my mind? Oh,
We're
boy.
allowed to. I mean, we're humans, right? And especially, I'm a woman. I'm allowed to change my opinion every day.
You go. You change your mind. The next one I don't have a full bottle of. This is a travel set. There's 2 left in here. This is from Maison Francis Kurkdjian. This is Aqua Universalis Forte. This is a really floral fragrance. It's really a lot of white florals. It's bright. It's clean. Despite it being such a heavy white floral, it is definitely unisex. I've heard some reviewers say that it's too feminine for them, whatever. I love this one, like really love that one a lot, especially in the summer. And if I had a bottle, I would have definitely put it, if and when I do a top complimented list. This gets compliments on me like
I love this fragrance. And
insane.
I don't think it's overly feminine. I
don't think so either.
I was selling it to so many men, and they were loving it.
All right. Almost
Ta-da!
getting there.
Guess what this is? Sundrunk by Imaginary Authors. I think this is amazing release for the summer. I definitely see myself wearing this more in the summer. I actually don't touch this in the winter. But this is like that really nice green sour rhubarb that I think is a really good note.
That's what makes that so special.
Right.
Yeah.
It's like kind of biting into it, and just, you know, as a kid, I think all of us did that. So it has the neroli, it has the honeysuckle, but I think the rhubarb is what takes like the center stage here, and I love it for that. And it's definitely really,
and it's persistent for a citrus. Like the neroli in this is really.
it's real, yeah, and it's zesty. I'm having it over here, and when I sprayed it, you kept walking around, and you were like, "What is that? What is that?"
Oh, it's a Sundrunk. All right, and lastly, we did it. Another collab done.
We got some. We actually have to keep that as a blooper.
Could you not break my bottle? I told you not to put your arm up there. Thank God Montal withstood that.
This is Mancera, and this is like the
Whatever.
test. The test. It's fine.
Didn't break. And lastly, before she breaks the bottle, from Jo Malone, this is Orange Blossom, and you're correct. I think we did do it on our spring list for this brand as well. So,
I remember.
yeah, it's a really, for Jo Malone, it's one of their strongest.
Stronger.
For a Jo Malone fragrance, it's one of their most persistent, in my opinion.
Yeah.
It's simple. There's like just a pinch of,
dirty.
a little dirty, yes. There's a little animalic hint in there. But I love it. I think it's great. There was a woman I worked with, and this was her signature scent. And wherever she walked in the building, you smell this, and I absolutely loved it.
No, it smells amazing. But I think you see the real Orange Blossom does have that animalic dirty.
Yeah, for sure.
You can, like, really stick your nose into the flowers. Which
Yeah.
I'm one of those weird.
I had a friend come over. He had orange blossoms from his backyard, and he brought them over. And I was like, "Oh wow!" I have a picture of John and Claude when they were babies, smelling the bouquet of orange flowers.
But it definitely does have a little bit of that animalic, so I like it, because a lot of the Orange Blossom seems to be too like soft and creamy, and I'm like, that's not what real Orange Blossom smells like. So I like that they actually did it in a really real way.
And I have a friend, Kubano, he hates the smell of neroli. He says it reminds him of babies, because
it's the orange flower water.
Yes, that
used
they use
very
in Latin
It's
culture.
Like it's like the eau de cologne, I think.
Yes,
they use
yes.
for everything. It's true.
That and lavender. But anyway, so that's our 12 suggestions that you can find at FragrancesLine.com. The link will be down under the video in the description box. We hope you enjoyed, and until the next video, take care, stay blessed, and we'll see you.